We got Caitlin, we got Paige, we got Juju. Who do you think will shine the brightest?
Well, that's exactly why I'm not picking Caitlin Clark.
Matt, that girl Juju, she is the real deal.
Juju Watkins ain't the same as Caitlin Clark. Playing in Los Angeles at USC is not the same as playing at Iowa. Well, Caitlin Clark was in Iowa, in the middle of nowhere. So she built a huge following right there in the state of Iowa, her home state.
It sounds like you're highlighting a significant gap between Caitlin Clark and Juju Watkins in terms of their basketball performance, suggesting that while the media may try to create a rivalry, the stats and overall play tell a different story. Caitlin Clark has been dominating college basketball in a way that's almost unparalleled, often putting up record-breaking numbers, while Juju Watkins, though an impressive talent, is still in the early stages of her career. The media might try to create drama and rivalries to drive engagement, but when you look at the data, whether it's points per game, assists, shooting percentages, or other advanced stats, Clark has been on another level. She's redefining what it means to be a college basketball star, whereas Watkins still has plenty of room to grow before she can reach that same level. Are you planning to make a video or article about this comparison?
Again, ratings down 22%, attendance down 30%. No Caitlin Clark effect, no dice.
And Juju is a bigger baller than Caitlin Clark.
They will regret that they took Caitlin Clark number one.
It's not racism that's keeping everybody in Los Angeles away from Juju Watkins basketball games. You have to dominate at home.
Caitlin is a supernova, and Juju probably is a better player.
Support Juju the way y'all supported Caitlin Clark. If you don't, you're racist. It's not.
While Clark continues to break attendance records and captivate millions every time she steps on the court, Watkins is struggling to generate that same level of interest. The gap between them is not just wide, it's astronomical.
Yo, man, we should be talking about her the way we talked about Caitlin Clark last year.
Juju gets covered all the time. I cover Juju. I talk about Juju. It's great for the game. The idea that Juju and Paige have not been covered is just false.
Yet the media keeps pushing the narrative that Watkins is the next big star. But let's ask the obvious question. If that's true, why are her games only half filled? Why do ratings drop when Clark isn't playing? The truth is clear, resonating through the empty seats.
ESPN notes that the viewership for the first round was up 43% from 2023, with an average of 257,000 people watching the first 2 days, but it leaves out the record-breaking viewership from last year, where viewership averaged 469,000 in the 2024 first round. That number was boosted by a whopping 3.2 million tuning into Caitlin Clark and Iowa's 91-65 win over Holy Cross. The difference between this year and last year represents a nearly 22% drop. ESPN is literally scared. They can't stand Caitlin Clark.
Let's be honest, Juju Watkins is not Caitlin Clark. She's not even in the same league, and the numbers prove it.
Easier than year one.
I love watching her score and just everything about her.
They went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
This is great news for women's basketball, period.
She just brings so much passion to the game, and look at all these people that just want to come and see her.
It is no secret that the Indiana Fever are the most popular team in the WNBA. It is good for the entire WNBA.
Clark isn't just a breakout rookie. She's a full-fledged cultural phenomenon. Her influence has single-handedly driven a surge in WNBA ticket sales, shattered broadcast viewership records, and compelled major sports networks to completely rethink how they cover women's basketball.
March Madness attendance drops 30%. Attendance for the opening rounds of the Women's March Madness dropped from record numbers seen the previous 2 years when Caitlin Clark spiked interest in the tournament while leading Iowa to consecutive Final Fours. What the hell happened to 2024? Where's those numbers? Why are you not talking about it? We know why, because they don't want to come out and just admit the ratings are real down without Caitlin.
Meanwhile, Watkins' momentum is entirely media-driven. The narrative is being built in press rooms, not fueled by fan excitement or actual numbers. Just look at the attendance. Clark's games are packed to capacity, with scalpers demanding thousands for her tickets. That's never happened before in women's basketball.
If it was the WNBA, I would have considered a separate television package to a network on just Caitlin Clark games. I would have had two packages, the WNBA package, and then a separate, let's say, 15 to 18 game Caitlin Clark package.
In contrast, Watkins' games feature rows of empty seats with minimal energy. The hype simply doesn't align with the reality. Clark's WNBA debut attracted over 17,000 fans, setting a new franchise record for the Indiana Fever, and that was just the regular season. Even her preseason appearances exceeded expectations in crowd turnout.
And Juju is a bigger baller than Caitlin Clark. I said it.
I said it.
Yeah. I said it. And it has nothing to do with black and white. The statistics say what everybody needs to be knowing. Juju is a better athlete than Caitlin Clark.
Show us the stats that you're referencing. I mean, come on.
Where's that kind of frenzy for Juju? Nowhere. Her games simply don't generate the same level of excitement.
Whether you like the Indiana Fever or not, whether you like Caitlin Clark or not, it has gotten to the point where we can no longer deny the fact that they are the biggest draw in the WNBA, and they proved that all of last season.
Now, let's shift focus to television viewership. Clark's NCAA championship game drew an astounding 18.7 million viewers, making it the most-watched women's basketball game in history.
The league wasn't ready for her last year. They just weren't prepared. Yeah. She was prepared.
She's had a full offseason now to rest.
No. She's going to be great. The league just didn't know what to do.
She consistently outperforms NBA games in viewership, which is unheard of. Clark has transcended the sport. She's no longer just a basketball player, but a mainstream celebrity and sports icon. The league wasn't ready for her last year. They simply weren't prepared, but she was ready. With a full offseason to rest, she's set to be even greater this year. The league won't know what hit it.
Sold out games after game after game. She had a connection with those people that was special. She carried that connection and that fan base to the WNBA. She dominated. Oh, she's being denied something. That y'all better treat her like Caitlin Clark. So how can we treat her like Caitlin Clark? She's in a different body of water. Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp both played the card of, we should be talking about Juju Watkins the same way we talked about Caitlin Clark.
And Juju isn't even in the same conversation. Her games haven't generated record-breaking viewership or sparked national discussions. There's no viral buzz, no mainstream crossover, and no real draw.
That young lady y'all got at USC right now, Juju.
Incredible.
Hey, I tell all them bitter, angry girls in the WNBA who are upset about Caitlin Clark, move over more, because Juju is special. Number one, I would give a shout out to Caitlin to what she's did for women basketball the last 3 years, man. It's been incredible. And I wish those women would embrace it. But, Matt, that girl Juju, she is the real deal.
She's going to be bigger than Caitlin Clark. And I don't even know if that's possible for what Caitlin Clark has done for women's basketball.
The media's effort to place Watkins on the same level as Clark is transparent and, frankly, desperate. If Watkins were truly at Clark's level, we wouldn't need this constant marketing push. The numbers would speak for themselves. But they don't, and that says it all. They're trying to create a rivalry that lacks substance. The comparison crumbles the moment you examine the data. Watkins doesn't attract the crowds, doesn't boost the ratings, and isn't the household name they're trying to make her.
LA is racist. They just won't support Juju Watkins. LA, did they support Kobe Bryant? Did they support Magic Johnson? Yes, they did. The explanation is deeper than race. She has to be so phenomenal that 10, 12, 15,000 people are coming to her games in Los Angeles. Juju Watkins is in LA. There's a lot to do in Los Angeles. She should have gone somewhere where she could be the big fish in the small pond. Who knows if she's better than Caitlin Clark? She plays a game that's more female Kobe Bryant than female Steph Curry. Caitlin Clark is female Steph.
I'd be lying if I told you that I wasn't rattled, seeing Juju on the floor and crying.
From a human perspective, watching Juju Watkins in pain like that, it was gut-wrenching. It really was just a devastating moment. She floats, she flies. Watching her move on the court and then go down in pain like that is devastating.
Watkins suffered a horrific injury. I haven't seen any Caitlin Clark fans talking negatively I wish I could say the same for fans of Juju Watkins. Caitlin Clark did officially put out a statement on Juju Watkins. Fantastic statement. But somehow, some way, people that can't stand Caitlin Clark are now turning this into something it's not. They will find any reason to try to bring this young lady.
Juju Watkins suffered a torn ACL in the first quarter of the Trojans' win over Mississippi State. She will undergo surgery, bringing an end to her illustrious sophomore season.
Caitlin Clark put this out, sending all my thoughts and prayers to Juju. Kid will come back stronger than ever with a big red heart. Those are great words. 1.2 million people have seen this already, but people cannot have it. They cannot let Caitlin Clark have peace.
Even the way she can put the ball on the floor, get to the rim, Euro step, one leg, three-point shot, mid-range shot, and she can play outstanding defense. She'll sit in the chair. She can block shots. She can slide. Even she is as polished as a basketball player as that we've seen at the women's level.
Juju,
absolutely.
I'm telling you that right now. She is the package.
Juju's done great, but her stats actually do not measure up to Caitlin Clark's stats.
Is everything about race and color? As a person of color, referring to someone as kid is usually done by an elder, like generations older, or said by someone in your generation, but in a belittling way, as if you are trying to, quote, son